Are we live? Is this recording? Hi. Hello there. Fuck, what's my... Fuck. Greetings, tourists, citizens, wizards, and other friends. Welcome to Awesomeville. We are probably building a Snowperson today. This is one of the many games I found on itch.io, and since it's December already, I thought I could play something December-y. Yeah, we're making a Snowperson. Let's see how this is going. This game was tagged as psychological horror, so this is gonna be interesting. The Awakening.
Ethan, look! A snowman! Huh? That's huge! So sad it has no face. Well then, we should decorate it. What do we have at home? We need a ladder too.
Chloe, Ethan, come. The new presence of a third person can be detected. Someone taller in stature. What did I say about not playing around?
Just 1 second, Dad. We were locked inside for days.
Come on, we need to hurry up. There will be a heavy snowfall coming up.
Daddy, the snowman! It's still early in the morning.
And that's what the others think too. It will be crowded in the supermarket because everyone wants to be the first. I should have left you both at home. The chatter gradually grows more faint, but can still be overheard in the distance.
This time I will sit in the front. No fair. You already got the Switch.
Remember, we will only stock up on necessities. No begging for snacks.
Toilet paper too!
Weird COVID flashbacks. Is that I? The conversation quiets down, and all that remains is the howling wind. You spring to life. It is the change of auditory stimuli that stirs your desire to experience the world. Open my eyes. Your entire face is numb. Listen. The sound of muted gusts, with slight crackling, flows inside your head. Ah! You pause for a moment. Then, like a newborn baby, you let out a shrill cry from all the air you can muster from your chest. At that instant, when your own voice echoes back to you, a vision momentarily flashes before you. It is not without interference, as thousands of moving speckles obstructed your view before it disappears. You need to see more of this, and more clearly. You need to see more of this, and more clearly. You concentrate your breath, to release a prolonged babble. A row of houses is seen behind a layer of falling snow. With the knowledge that you can see visions through speaking, the hunger rises to swallow in all of the new available environmental sights, but the prospect to see the houses up close is also too enticing. Let me just approach the houses. You want to lunge forward, but your body is stationary and refuses to budge. The only thing you can tell is that you're in a standing position. Okay, let's scan my surroundings. You try to turn your head to the right. It feels stiff. However, with some extra force, something cracks. Eroded particles crumble off from your skin. The movement smoothens. Taking in the surroundings on your east, you see a road with houses on the left side. In the far distance down the slope is the vague outline of a skyline of tall buildings. Further rotating to the right, it is unknown whether there are more houses on the right side of the road, when that part of the view is obstructed by trees. You stop at a certain angle, inhibited by a hidden force, instincts of sorts, that you physically cannot turn your head further. Crack. Arrested by a sudden sound behind you, you immediately snap your head towards your back. Behind you is a snowy field with a frozen pond and conifers. Nothing else. You cannot identify what made the sound. Are you sure? It's probably a tree branch that has fractured. Either way, it's not important. You sure? It's probably a tree branch that is fractured. Either way, it's not important. Are you sure? It's probably a tree branch that is fractured. Either way, it's not important. I think it's probably not important. Guess I'll just move on. You keep rotating your head in the same clockwise direction. This should be the area on your west. The road is inclining towards a large mountain. Finally, you rotate it back to its original position. Your head hurts. After seeing the environment you are located in, the next step is figuring out how you can move to explore the terrain. Simply observing the curious objects from afar is unsatisfactory. They almost beg for you to grab them and be made tangible. For the entire duration, you have been aware that you cannot quite move your body, as if you are held in place. Frozen solid. You recognize the trick of turning your head is to simply put more force into it. The difference, however, is that the rest of your body has not given any responsive feedback, while you can only sense your head. That round, bloated lump. Which is where your entire life energy is congealed, and it begins to get cramped. Just shake my head. It's... You jerkingly shake your head in a circle, or at least to the best of your efforts, as a wild attempt to get rid of your pressure. Not only is it unsuccessful, you manage to make your headache worse. I'm gonna do it again. The abrupt sharp throbs serve as a painful reminder that you absolutely should not do this. Okay. You look downwards to perceive your true form. Your head refuses to shift lower. No sight of limbs or even a torso. But you do have a body, because the multitudinous presses of snowflakes on your skin extend to a larger surface beneath the head. The ticklish sensation can be traced downwards, where the skin stretches around swollen shapes with roughly the same circumference. That part may be inert, but at least it exists. And then, on cue, the pressure inside your head has to escape. The energy bursts out and forcefully disperses via the recently mapped anatomy one by one. The next in line then breaks so fast to overflow your shoulders into a large hull. In this instance, your entire limbless body has become animated. Yeah, I'ma move. You test your mobility by performing a slight wiggle. Not knowing your own powers, you accidentally put too much force at jutting forth your torso, which rapidly sends your head spinning and toppling. Trees are upside down and snow falls in reverse. You can fortunately still feel your entire body, so you determine you are intact. You must have bent backwards, with the top of your head having crashed right into the snowbed. With this, you form an arch with your torso as the bridge and your feet semi-glued to the floor. This view is unnatural, needs to be adjusted. You crank your head a little bit more. Too much. Fixed. You release yourself from this contortion by letting gravity do its work. The swift drop of your torso caused a surface friction that promptly generates violent torques on the two connected body spheres. This rumbles your poor head, but simultaneously your feet get unstuck from the hardened ice. I'ma crawl. You crane your head. Lifting it up is surprisingly effortless. Moreover, there are hardly any axial constraints when it's not locked to a physical joint. Miscellaneous reeds and grass barely stick out, and further up are the haphazard columns of boles, the underbellies of the trees. Completely unaffected by disorientation, you know how to navigate the path you want to take. Do I? Where am I going? Controlling both the rotation of the torso and lower body doesn't prove intuitive, but it's manageable. Albeit, there is tendency to oversteer which hinders a smooth locomotion. You don't go far. There is a slight qualm. Being so low on the floor, you have the disadvantage of not sensing your surroundings well, especially when most echoes are absorbed by the snow's thick texture. You already miss the previous ability of having an overview from above. Yeah, I guess on a stand-up. Making yourself tall is priority. Falling was easy, however, returning to your original standing position should not be impossible. After all, you can tell that you are actually physically strong and flexible from your easy head maneuvers. First, you affix your head to the top, as this is the easiest to pull off. The challenge, however, is coordinating both the other spheres to revolve correctly. It takes several trials and errors before you can balance your torso on top of your lower body without either of them slipping away. Minimizing the spin on the foundation and through careful pushes on the middle sphere did the trick. Upon completing this last step, you successfully restored to your wished form. I can walk. For propulsion, you have to rely on the lowest sphere. Have it roll towards the desired direction and simultaneously balance your middle sphere and your head on top. After overcoming the initial obstacle, you eventually master the nuances of wobbling. This method has turned spontaneous for you, more so than rolling your entire body on the floor. With this, you make a slow but steady forward movement. Your first victorious baby steps. The possibilities open up when there are so many uncharted destinations for sightseeing. Your head spins, figuratively and literally. Okay, cool. Car. Tree. What is this? Mountains. Pixel. Window. City. The decision is made for you when you hear bustling around the corner. It is very likely the same direction as the trio went before the trial was lost. I think I wanna remain cautious. This is none of your business. Besides, you're not familiar with this area. It's good, however, to identify the source of the sound. You do not even have to enter close proximity when a simple acknowledgement is sufficient. You take a peek around the corner by leaning yourself against a large adjacent tree. You cautiously stick your head out horizontally. You posture like a neat, perpendicular L shape. The coast is clear for both sides of the street. No life forms detected. Besides, this is a car road. You have to look for vehicles in both directions before you cross. Message. None. So you cross over. When you take a proper scan on the floor, you observe that the road has a far steeper decline than you previously expected. You only roll a few well-prepared meters before you stop. Gravity weighs down on your back. The snowfall makes it hard for you to visualize the far distance, but you can make out two human-shaped silhouettes further down the street. Since you cannot read their intentions, you patiently wait. To make sure you're extra inconspicuous, you inch closer to the side of the house instead of standing in the middle of the pathway. When they're drawing closer, you find yourself unable to stand still without slightly shaking. You remind yourself that the goal is to observe and not to draw unneeded attention. Now that you humans are right in front of you, seeing them up close for the first time is, you stay quiet, as nothing comes to mind, really. Unlike any objects you have seen so far, they emit some static field, a constant flicker that disguises their exact shape.
Yeah, who puts a snowman in the middle of the road? An ugly one, to boot.
These folks seriously never heard of public space.
Look at this thing. Imagine all this effort and not even doing it right. The proportions of the balls are all the way wrong.
Probably built by 6-year-olds. And here you're dissing the work of a bunch of kids. Such a cool guy we got.
How do you even think, where do you even find kids that tall? Bro, this eyesore is taller than us.
This doesn't seem to be going well. You're at a loss as to what to do about this hostile situation. Hey, want to do something about it? Consider it a social service for the benefit of the town.
What? Go on.
Topple it over. We'll teach them.
Wanna help?
Nah, I won't take part of your stupid shit. Do it yourself when you make such a fuss about it. But I bet you're too weak for it anyway. Don't defy it, you Ed.
Shut up! One push, and it's done.
We have to see about that.
Watch closely!
The teenager presses his mittened hands on your stomach, slaps it several times to gouge where your weak spot is. Far more frightening is that you can physically feel the imprint, although not so much caused by strength. His lingering palms are transmitting a surge that burns on your skin. Then he begins to push harder. You need to act now. Can I run? You want to leave the stressful situation? You estimate that you can win this unfun idea of a fight if it boils down to it. Violence is never the answer, and when it comes to unreasonable aggressors, a pacifist approach solves conflicts better. Or, deep down, is it acting from fear? You plot out an escape path. When you want to roll backwards, your lower sphere refuses to rotate. Don't panic, yet try a different angle. The new attempts are equally inefficient. Why? Why is your body frozen solid again, when it is the time to act? You try the other body parts, but all of them are stuck. Only an echoing whimper escaped from your mouth, which they paid no heed to. The continued press digs deeper and deeper into your belly with more force. After several seconds, the push is finally released. Idiot. I know you couldn't do it.
Nah, it's extremely heavy. It's not budging. The hell is it made of? Seriously, try it.
Yeah, I'm out. You're wasting my time. The hooligan has not given up. In contrast, they resort to dirty tactics. He probes your lower body with his sneaker. I'm gonna try to move again. Again, your entire body refuses to budge. You can only hope that they both leave.
Watch out before you slip. If you're really so strong, then prove it.
Only this once. Move. The mastermind also gives a try at pushing. You may not be able to move, but at least your entire body is unflinching.
Told you.
What are you standing there for like that, like a dead weight?
Give me a hand already.
They've joined forces, 4 hands against you.
Hold it.
Hold it, not so fast.
When?
Now, push. Cracks form on your steadfastness. Speak out about this, you can speak. Or else you couldn't have maintained the visualization of what is in front of you. I'm a cry for help. The magical words to articulate your plea struggle to emerge from your skull. The sentence that comes out of your mouth sounds gibberish. Trash.
Hell yeah. That felt good.
Level it.
But wait, I don't know. What if you don't think that someone comes out? We should...
Are you a wuss or something?
do it. Well, how to put it?
Man, what's with you? Let's bail then. Hey, move normally. Quit acting so nervous. Relax.
Yeah.
For some reason, the one with the beanie doesn't want to leave the scene. You're again at the mercy of the teenager's cruel whims. For Christ's sake, don't tell me you forgot something.
No, I have to check. It's nothing.
It is if both of you have an unbroken stare down, ironically. So close, and yet the facial details remain an undecipherable, fluctuating noise. It remains quiet. Opposite would have been better, easier to predict. The warm breath sears your skin, much worse than the radiation from your hands. I'ma hold my breath then. You don't want to, but you have to let go of your sight. You contract your blowhole to avoid inhaling the incoming air. Besides the detrimental heat, it is the fact that living organisms always expose a little bit of their soul unbeknownst to themselves. For humans, this is normally stored with a flesh container, and from the mouth it leaks out. The air they breathe, outlaced with a little bit of spiritual residue. While not futile, closing your blowhole is not helping by much, when it still seeps through the minuscule orifices of your porous skin and warms away inside. With a volatile body, the waver of your soul is cancelled out by only a microscopic concentrations from another organism, which is what has shut off the signs to your motor system. You finally left. You scan your surroundings, and it's indeed the case. The threat should be over, but you listen to the activities as a precaution.
Liz isn't coming.
Yeah, we know about that one.
Jake too.
Why? What's his excuse?
You've got to train for the competition coming up. Never told you?
Sure. Hotshots in the big league, huh? The teenagers are back to their carefree life, and just a blip far away from you. You will never fathom their actions. You're lying flat on the floor, facing the sky. First thing you want to test is whether you can move again. What you do notice is that your body feels off, less sensitive on the exterior. Pets from snow particles used to bring you delight, but now you can't feel them any longer. And there's an unpleasant cramp that stretches from your head to toe. Were you injured during the fall? The strangest of this is that you grew longer somehow, pulled apart over a bigger plane, like an amorphous blob that just bursted out from its own skin. Did you pass out in this brief time, and more happened outside your awareness? You almost do not dare to confirm your worst suspicion, but you need to check. What happened? What's going on there? Oh no, thank you for playing till the end of this demo. It was just about to get interesting. There was more story planned for the demo itself, but due to changed schedule, a lot of content has been cut out. This also includes art assets and visual effects. The About section has extra links to websites of the devs who have worked on the visual novel. Updates for this visual novel are posted on the account of Gaming Variety Potato. Hopefully we will see you again for the full release. Is there a full release yet? I think I'm just gonna find out, and I'm gonna put the link to that game in the description. you can check it out yourself if that's a thing you want to do. Maybe I'll play the full game if it's out. We'll see. But yeah, this was a first winter special for this month of December, and yeah, thanks for being here. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to do all the YouTubey bits with the subscribing and the commenting and liking this video. Yay! And yeah, hope to see you soon, friends. Thank you for being here. Bye. Hey, want to do something about it? Fucking... It's kind of annoying that right-click tries to save the game. There's an unpleasant cramp that stretches... Blah, 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 blah.